Hi babes, happy Wednesday, happy sunny Wednesday in the UK. We deserve this. So let's get straight into it. Okay, what universe, what do you want anyone watching this to know? I feel immediately the energy of just like a lot of things circling, very exciting things. The Nine of Cups, okay, amazing. Wish card, something that I'm hearing is preemptively, okay, whether you are in a situation where there are a lot of things happening to you or you're not in it, because it's going to happen very soon, it's going to be very important not to get preemptively disillusioned with the kind of like the end goal. Mentally, don't take yourself to the end of the line, okay? It's very important to be present while you are in this wish fulfillment, okay? While you have all of your cups. Like, he's loving it, he's showing off, you know, he's a star, celebrity energy, fame energy, like he's really doing his thing. But look, he's balanced, he's balancing, he's balanced for now, but he's balancing. But I just really feel the channeled message of, okay, don't be disillusioned with like the end results or the end goals, because I'm seeing that you don't need that to affect like what you are or will be doing. It's very important that you are in a flow state and doing something that is completely like synergized, not only to who you are, but all of the cylinders that you fire off. Like, what is the state that you most like to be in? Where is the place that you most like to be? Do you know what I mean? You're going to be feeling very like in sync, and maintaining that flow is going to be very important to like whatever you do and whatever you putting out, okay? So yeah, this could just be a reminder, okay, there's absolutely no use in thinking so far down the line, okay? Be in the present, focus on like the day, focus on creation, focus just on your own energy and putting your own energy into everything. Maximize, go for it, okay? What else, babe? What do you want them to know? Honey. I was going to say, I felt like a different energy coming then, okay? Two of Cups reverse. You may have, it feels like a hiatus from love, a hiatus from like seeking love, seeking a partner. You know, obviously we'll see what comes out in the cards, but I do feel like I'm speaking to people who kind of know, like, they're single, they're going to be single. Like, this would be fortunate for them in terms of like wherever you're going in the future. You know, perhaps you don't know where you'll be. It's important for you flow, okay? But I do feel that with kind of like resigning the Two of Cups, love energy, like seeking anything like that, with resigning that for now, like you're allowing for other things to come in, aka yourself, okay? So you might really find that like when you really kind of like retract is not the right word, because like I get the feeling like you're still out and about, you're still flirting, you know, which is the real goodness of life. You're still out and about, you're still doing all of that, but it's just kind of like not, I think just more so the awareness that like, okay, do you know what, I'm not looking for anything. I don't think that would gel right now. I don't think that would be necessarily like super helpful, even if it's just for a couple of months. I think more so just acknowledging that, so energy's not being poured into that. And when you are kind of like, you know, having fun, that like no energy is wasted with that. There's a lot just about maintaining focus on oneself, okay? But is there anything that you want to clarify about the Two of Cups? The King of Pentacles, okay? So you might have resigned an earth sign. An earth sign because they just weren't doing anything. And as everyone knows that like the King of Cups is like the slowest, and sorry, the King of Pentacles. Oh, okay, let's get back to that. The King of Cups, the King of Pentacles. You know, is there someone here that you hoped would come through with like more than an offer? Is this someone that you've like been with before, or had some kind of, I think you had some expectation that like, okay, if this person came to me or came back around, that there would be some kind of like deeper offer. Was this person too closed off? I feel this person really is in stillness, and you've just kind of like resigned the situation. Take what resonates, whether it's permanently or whether it's something like, you know, something just for now. take what resonates. I'm not going to go into it because I feel like we don't really care. Yeah, the 8 of Wands in reverse as well. Okay, so a lot of energy and inspiration and clarity will come from resigning love for now. Okay, just for now. But I feel like I'm speaking to people who do have a sense that, like, you know, you'll meet someone, like, if you like change in location, or you'll meet someone with a new chapter, with a new book, with new tides. Like, you're already on the path, the momentum is building. Okay, like, you'll meet someone when you are a next stop, okay, the stop that's right for you. Because I feel that at the moment, let's say you're only like 5% into like your, you know, next life, into your next like iteration, and so you still kind of like too close to the start for there really to be anything to pop up and kind of draw you a different way. Okay, you're going to meet someone or be in a situation, a love situation, that's completely aligned, but you have you have your own thing to do on that path until then. Next, let's go. The 7 of Swords, absolutely. You are in an era currently, and this ties in so well with like cutting things off, or just even saying to yourself mentally, like, no, if you're doing this, this is really helpful, this is really working. If you are not doing this, please do this. To say, right, okay, there's no point brain or fantasy in kind of like fantasizing about love, like, where's my man, where's my wife, if you like also 100% like, my career needs to happen now. Do you know what I mean? Let's keep the focus on yourself. That's going to happen so much. But I feel like it's there. I feel like it's there. And obviously with that, you're probably feeling a lot more like energy, a lot more energized after you say, I'm not doing this, I'm not doing that. The more focused that you become, or the more energy you put into like 1 or 2 specific things, the more momentum will build in self within everything. Okay, this is totally you time right now, okay, for the next couple of months. August feels like a prevalent month, okay. Yeah, the Devil in reverse. Oh yeah, let's go back to the 7 of Swords though. Absolutely, you're doing things your own way. You're doing things your own way. You are, something that I'm pulling actually from the 7 of Swords, you might have finally, and I say finally, just started to actually like be in a cycle or a habit, or just even like open to taking in inspiration from other things. Like the stubbornness within you might have gone in terms of like learning from others, or like, you know, you might be really getting into the kind of like whatever it is that you do that is your passion. You might actually now be really starting to look into like the analytics of it, what works. You finally experiment in, and I feel like you're doing this because you finally like, I care so much, but I recognize the stress that I was feeling about what I love, and it paralyzing me, is actually because I love it so much. So let's go. So another nod from the universe, just to say that, like, you know, by you looking at things, by you studying things, gathering information, making playlists on YouTube, you know, and just kind of doing your research, like beginning to be on that journey of like really mastering things, is yes. You know, and also like, just remember that you are probably starting actually from 80%, like, you know, especially if you're like a very creative person, it's kind of like you're never starting from ground zero, because life is completely inspirational. There's always things to start from, okay? But you might be taking a switch into something else, but like with that, you're going to be very surprised by how much like inspiration, or like how streamlined it actually is for you to get into this specific thing, this other thing, because actually this other thing encompasses you so much in a way that like you didn't even know something could encompass you so much. And I feel like it's probably been right in front of you this whole time, you know. Maybe it didn't exist though, or maybe you carving out your own thing, because I do see a lot of kind of like performative wish energy. It's very important to keep in that energy, okay? Because this energy is you. The more you do you evolves. Okay, we've got the Devil in reverse and the 4 of Wands in reverse. Let's get a little bit of clarification. How does this differ from the other situation? How does this differ from like just resigning from love? The Four of Pentacles. The Devil, right? Is this someone else or is this a representation of something within the collective's life? Upright for someone else, reverse for self. Upright for someone else with the Five of Wands coming out. Yes, okay, immediately what I'm getting through is something that is being resigned, is you being affected by the thoughts or like acknowledgement of mysterious intentions of via other people. Okay, as your energy starts to build, as your like magical insane aura starts to build even more than it is right now, you know, maybe people around you or people that like you will come into contact with, like you're gonna know, and I feel like you already do, I feel like you already are like quite psychic, quite in tune with what people think, but like you're already gonna know people are gonna want the secret sauce, okay? But like you doing things differently this time because you're not hiding yourself. You like swimming low-key in shark infested waters, but the sharks are not like, you know, great whites. I mean, they've just got a bad reputation. But, you know, they're just like lemon sharks or whatever, but the sharks like want the secret sauce and you're like, well, cool, like, that's fine. You can swim in shark infested waters because you're just not like, you have so much confidence and solidarity in self, whilst also your authenticity is building like higher and higher and higher based on like what you do, because you pour in like the synergy between you and what you're doing is so strong that like the authenticity is building even more. And from that you are like, yeah, no one ever could be me, no one ever could do what I do, like what is meant for me will not pass me by. It's gonna happen, like it's gonna happen. So yeah, you actually will find yourself, I think, more in kind of like social situations with people doing really well. I see a whole new set of like people, industry, everything around you, and you very much like, yeah, I can swim in this. Something else that I'm seeing as well is the kind of like resignment of this is how things have to be. Like from this combination of cards, I'm really getting like a Hierophant in reverse energy. You're like resigning, you are resigning modernity. You might be a little bit on the kind of like, you know, a little bit more on the wild side, a little bit more on the tongue-in-cheek side. But guess what? What you are meant to do is meant to encompass this energy. This is going to make you insane at something that you are doing or about to do. And I think by you, oh, this feels like such a good read. This feels like such a clear read. And I feel like through the resignment of like, do you know what, just resigning yourself, like you're just not like a normal person, okay? So let's not like feel that life has to be normal and you judging yourself when your life isn't normal. Like, do you know what I mean? If you want like a one-off life, a life that's completely your own, completely authentic, you're not gonna have the same experiences, feelings, reactions to things. I feel this is a massive letting go of shame as well. I'm really gonna need you to like embrace all sides of you. All of this, all of these messages, these like 3 different areas, and they feel so synergized as well. Four of Pentacles, I absolutely love this. You know, sometimes it can speak of holding on a little bit too tight, but I love it because of this, okay? This is like releasing restrictions anyway, so definitely make sure, you know, keep your boundaries good, but make sure that you are completely open to things and that shame doesn't exist, okay? Don't hold on too tight, but I get really good energy out of this, of like you finally learning and understanding to be selfish. I feel like you're kind of getting onto like the, you know, the kind of game structures that exist in the world, okay, which is healthy for you. Okay, ultimate outcome, the Star. I feel like we'll get a couple. Ultimate outcome for all of this. Strength. This lets me know that you are in that building stage, okay? But this is soon to come. The Knight of Swords in reverse. For me, this really just feels like, do you know what? I think you feel that like, oh my God, I just always wanted this career, this purpose. Yes, that's going to be incredible, but the biggest benefit that you are going to feel is the complete wholeness in self. Like you've never felt like this before. You might be already starting to feel, you are already starting to feel like that, but like this is going to be like a drug. To be you is going to be like a drug to yourself. Like your life will be a drug, your desire will be a drug to you. You know, walking around completely authentically, everything that you do is very authentic to you, and through that you're able to like embrace sides of yourself that you've either shamed yourself for or that you felt shame before for. And guess what, there's actually loads of other people that are exactly the same as you. So much wholeness, bitch. Nice. I love this. Bye.